One thing you'll never see a bitch like me doing is arguing with one of you hoes. Cause you wanna know why? Bitch, I don't know how to argue. I'm gonna run out of shit to say. And bitch, soon as I stutter, I'm gonna smacking the shit at you. Cause how I don't know what the saying, you got me stuttering, hoe, and now I'm finna smack the at you cause you got me looking dumb.
Body was found on 17th Street Southwest and Laurel Avenue just after 2 this morning.
Birmingham police confirming that an eighth person is in custody in connection with the death of Mahogany Jackson. Police say that they have obtained arrest warrants of felony murder and kidnapping for Ariana Robinson. She is one of a slew of people facing charges. Earlier this week, police announced the arrest of 7 other people in connection to Jackson's death. Every one of those 7 individuals, men and women, 4 men, 3 women, they're charged with murder. All but one are charged with sodomy and kidnapping. Mahogany Jackson's body was found shot earlier this week in the Powderly neighborhood.
20-year-old mother killed brutally after set up by trusted friends because she. In the early morning of February 26, 2024, a quiet street in southwest Birmingham, Alabama, became a heartbreaking crime scene. Around 2 a.m., police got a call about a body dumped under a mattress on Laurel Avenue, a place locals called Dead Man's Road. What they found was devastating: the lifeless body of 20-year-old Mahogany Jackson, a young mom who had vanished just hours before. She had sent her family a terrifying text, saying she was being held against her will and feared for her life. Mahogany was kidnapped and killed after being betrayed by someone she trusted, a friend who set her up. The worst part? She sensed danger but couldn't escape. This is the story of Mahogany Jackson's life and tragic end. Before we proceed, I have a favor to ask. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to be part of our growing community. Birmingham is a city where fear lingers, with 63 out of every 1,000 people falling victim to crime. Mahogany's death hit hard, a painful reminder of the dangers haunting her community. Born on April 29, 2003, in the heat of a Birmingham summer, Mahogany grew up in a big, loving family. Her parents, hardworking and faithful, raised her and her 4 siblings with church on Sundays and home-cooked meals. Mahogany was taught to work hard and stay kind, no matter what. From a young age, Mahogany's warmth drew people in. She was the friend who never forgot your birthday, who listened without judgment, who made you feel seen. Her big heart and gentle smile lit up any room. At Jackson Olin High School, she was loved by teachers and classmates for her quiet strength and kindness. Trouble wasn't her thing, she stood out for being real and caring. After high school, Mahogany chased her dream of becoming a cosmetologist. Hair was her passion, her art, her way of connecting. She could transform a client with a flawless style. But it was her conversations and care that kept them coming back. She opened a small salon on Birmingham's west side, pouring her heart into it. Despite long hours, she never complained. She was building a life she loved. Then Mahogany met Larry Dwayne Costin, a charming man with a troubled past. Their connection would pull her into a darkness she couldn't escape, leading to a betrayal that ended her life too soon. Her story is one of love, dreams, and a heartbreaking loss that still echoes in Birmingham. Despite warning signs, Mahogany gave her relationship with Larry a chance, hoping his charm meant a future for them. Their love moved fast, and soon they welcomed a beautiful baby girl, Nydia Anise Maddox. Motherhood became Mahogany's world. Her social media overflowed with joyful photos, heartfelt quotes, and moments that showed how deeply she adored her child. Nydia was her light, her reason to keep going. But life with Larry was a roller coaster. Mahogany stayed strong, planning for better days. She dreamed of moving to a safer neighborhood and growing her business, all for Nydia and the life she was building. But danger was creeping closer, hidden in the shadows of old grudges and bitter hearts. At the heart of it was someone Mahogany once trusted, Tasia Lewis. Tasia was a familiar face in the neighborhood, always around but never standing out. Behind her smile burned a deep jealousy. She envied Mahogany's glow, her success, her ability to rise above the gossip Tasia seemed to live for. Tasia's life was unraveling, petty crimes, rumors of theft, even whispers of violence trailed her. She always slipped through the cracks, dodging real consequences, but her bitterness grew as Mahogany's light shined brighter. Their friendship had been crumbling for months. No one knew the exact spark, some said it was over a man they'd both known, others thought it was Mahogany's success that Tasia couldn't stand. There were even rumors about a missing gun, with some believing Mahogany knew something about it. Was it true, or just a story to hide darker motives? Months before Mahogany's death, things turned ugly. Tasia and a group of women ambushed Mahogany in a parking lot, attacking her over a supposed comment about someone's partner. Mahogany fought back, later confronting Tasia with her own friends at a gas station. The bad blood boiled, setting the stage for a tragedy no one saw coming. The fights between Mahogany and Tasia were messy, but most people shrugged them off as just another friend spat that went too far. Mahogany tried to walk away from the drama, focusing on her daughter and her dreams. But Tasia wasn't ready to let go. Angry words turned into bitter threats, and the bad blood kept boiling. Some overheard Tasia mutter something chilling about teaching Mahogany a lesson, but no one thought much of it then. Looking back, those fights were a dark warning of what was coming. On the night of February 24, 2023, Mahogany stepped out in Birmingham, expecting a normal evening. Instead, she walked into a trap. Lured to a suspect's home, the door slammed shut behind her, and she was trapped. What happened next was unimaginable, a nightmare that only came to light weeks later when a detective revealed the gut-wrenching truth in court. For hours, Mahogany was held captive in that apartment, her worst fears coming true. She was tied to a chair, beaten, slapped, kicked, and struck with a baseball bat to her head over and over. Tasia and her accomplices taunted her, spitting on her, laughing as they filmed her pain. The cruelty didn't stop. They dragged her by her hair to a car, took her to another suspect's house, and continued the assault. At Serenity Apartments, the horror deepened. They stripped her naked, handcuffed her, and stomped on her bare body. The suspects, once part of Mahogany's world, now faced the consequences of their betrayal. The state was ready to push for the harshest punishment, and the evidence, Mahogany's desperate text, the surveillance footage, the chilling videos, was undeniable. Birmingham held its breath, waiting for closure, knowing no verdict could ever bring Mahogany back. Her family's strength, their refusal to look away, became a powerful testament to her memory, a promise that her story would not be forgotten. All 8 suspects now face capital murder charges, the heaviest punishment possible. Mahogany Jackson's mother, Gail Shearer, sat in the courtroom, her eyes filled with grief, but burning with resolve. She told me they deserve every consequence coming their way. And she vowed to be there for every hearing, every moment, until justice is served for her daughter. Mahogany deserves that, she said, her voice trembling but strong. The road to justice is long, but Gail and her family are walking it, step by painful step, holding on to the hope that Mahogany's killers will face the full weight of their actions. The public's reaction was immediate and fierce. Social media lit up with raw anger and heartbreak. thousands of voices demanding harsher penalties for such a monstrous crime. The hashtag Justice for Mahogany spread like wildfire, turning Mahogany's story into a national cry against violence, betrayal, and the dangers of trusting the wrong people. Strangers shared her picture, her smile, her story, vowing not to let her be forgotten. Her death wasn't just a tragedy, it was a wake-up call, a reminder of how quickly evil can shatter a life. The scars Mahogany left behind run deep, etched into the hearts of her family and a Birmingham community forever changed by her loss. Gail's pain is unimaginable. "My child is gone," she said, her voice breaking. "She's never coming back, and that's the hardest thing to live with." Court records paint a chilling picture. Mahogany, just 20 years old, endured over 24 hours of torture, with her attackers recording their cruelty as if her suffering was entertainment. 8 months later, Gail still wrestles with the helplessness of it all. "I think about how much life she had left," she whispered. Her dreams, her future with her daughter, stolen. "And there's nothing I can do to bring her back." As a mother, Gail always told her kids, "Come to me with any problem, and I'll fix it." But this? "I can't fix this," she said, tears falling. No mother should ever feel this powerless. Mahogany's funeral on March 2, 2024, at Faith Chapel in Birmingham was a sea of love and sorrow. The church overflowed with family, friends, clients, and even strangers who'd been touched by her story. They came to honor a woman whose kindness had left a mark on everyone she met. Mahogany's little daughter, Nydia, too young to understand the depth of her loss, was there, wrapped in the arms of a grieving family. Pink balloons floated above the crowd, and candles flickered in the dim light, each one a quiet promise to keep Mahogany's memory alive. The gathering felt like more than a funeral, it was a stand against the cruelty that took her, a community united in mourning but also in defiance, demanding justice for a woman who deserved so much more. Mahogany's life was a beacon of strength, love, and resilience. Even in her final moments, she fought to survive, sending that desperate text to her mother, a last act of courage that exposed her killers. Her story isn't just about loss, it's a call to action, a reminder to hold tight to the people we love, to fight for what's right, and to never let violence silence a life as bright as hers. The pain of her absence lingers, but so does her light, inspiring a community to keep pushing for justice. Gail and her family carry that light forward, fueled by love for Mahogany and the promise that her daughter's story will live on, a powerful testament to a life taken too soon but never forgotten.